You, you. What's up, y'all? Tell like it is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Now, listen, if y'all been following my channel, y'all know I've been exposed a lot of this shit at the end of the day. This is old news to me, okay? This is very, for those of y'all that have been following my channel, y'all already know this ain't really new news to me, okay? But we're going to talk about it because, it's a new article out on the situation, so we got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Of course. There's some other things, too, I want to talk about as well in this particular video. So it is what it is. But anyway, so journalists are asking Ukrainian soldiers to hide their Nazi patches. The New York Times admits. Wow. Oh, haven't I been telling y'all this entire time about these motherfuckers at the end of the day? Haven't I been? I've been telling y'all this shit. I've done the research and been showing y'all. This is why they had a full out attack on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Because we was exposing 100% concrete motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? And the powers that be at YouTube and shit like that, they couldn't have that out there because they needed agendas. You know what I'm saying? Or they will allow only certain people to be able to speak on these platforms a certain way. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But I know I've been touching on this shit and really dig deep on this shit at the end of the day when nobody wanted to touch on this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I told y'all about the situation. You know what I mean? It makes me think when I brought up about this whole Ukraine and neo-Nazi thing and shit like that. It just made me think like, yo. And then even just going back to the Democratic Party and all this other stuff, and what did Hitler support, and what was Hitler, and was he a Democrat or would he be somebody that would be a Republic, or somebody that's for the Republic and shit like that. So when you go back and you really dive deep, when you look into guys like Karl Marx and shit like that, shit that he actually supported, views he actually supported, if he was to be a part of a party, what kind of party would he be supporting? And a lot of these people would have been supporting the Democratic Party, just to keep it a bean pie with y'all. And that's not even something I'd be saying because, I'd be up here banging on these Democrats and shit like that. But no, this is real facts. You know what I'm saying? These are real facts at the end of the day, okay? So, when you go back to shit like that, then you think about, okay, well, who was the person who created the KKK? That would be the Democratic Party, okay? The Democratic Party is the arm of the motherfucking KKK. I think I said it wrong, but y'all know what the fuck I mean. You know what I mean? So here it is. When the Ukraine shit popped off, they was doing a lot of dirt to a lot of the melanated folks out there. The Africans that was out there, the African immigrants and shit like that, they were doing a lot of dirt to them people, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing them dirty. They was doing dirt to their own people, okay? So I can only imagine what they were doing to motherfuckers that don't look like them, okay? I can only imagine, you know what I mean? I can't even imagine. Let me not even say that. I can't even imagine what they was doing to them people, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because they probably was, man, it probably was some serious shit going on. You talking about a country, okay, that were literally bombing their own fucking people, okay? Because of, whatever shilling and shit like that they had going on amongst their own people, okay? This little weird ass war that they had going on against their own fucking people. And I totally exposed that, totally exposed the fact that, the Russian, the people in Ukraine, okay, were waiting on and praying for the fucking Russians to help and save them niggas. You know what I'm saying? To save them niggas, to get these motherfuckers off and to because pretty much the Ukrainian army was pretty much using their weapons as motherfucking like, target practice almost like, you know what I'm saying? In cities and shit like that, they pretty much was using that shit as target practice out there. And this is what the people out there are saying. This is not some shit tell like it is TV is making up to for an agenda or some dumbass shit like that. This is not no shit tell like it is TV making up because I'm some fan of Putin or some shit like that. I personally don't give a fuck about dude. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit at the end of the day. But what I do care about is the fucking truth, okay? So the truth is, at the end of the day, these motherfuckers were waiting for Putin and them niggas to come through and help out. You know what I mean? To help out, to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers is waging war and what I'm saying? They was doing some diabolical shit. Let's just cut to the chase. Also out there in the Ukraine, they have biological motherfucking chemical experiments and shit like that that they were working on in the Ukrainian whatchamacallit. This was one of the reasons why Putin and them niggas was like, yo, hold up now. Y'all niggas got biological labs. Y'all out here destroying towns and shit out here. Y'all doing all kind of diabolical shit. I'm not going for this shit no more. Y'all either gonna stop and y'all keep moving closer. Y'all either gonna stop this shit, bro, or I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all leave me no choice at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But when I talk about this, it's funny that Joe Biden is now the president and how we're going to war with the Ukraine. Okay, Russia would be more looked at as something that would be a republic, right? A Republican, right? And like I said, I'm not, somebody who's a Putin supporter or no shit like that. Like I said, I don't give two fucks about dude. But at the end of the day, sometimes this motherfucker be speaking some hardcore truth. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like this motherfucker or whether you believe this motherfucker is the devil or not. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker be speaking some cold truth. What he said about them Africans is cold truth. What he said about ancient Americans in America is cold truth. You know what I'm saying? This man has pictures and shit like that hung up in his goddamn office of, melanated folks. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Pope prays to the Black Madonna. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like these people be knowing a lot of truth at the end of the day, but they'll never tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? They'll never tell you about it. It is what it is. But so when it comes down to that, at the end of the day, he's somebody for the Republic. Donald Trump was somebody as a Republican. He's somebody that Putin got along with. For the most part, it seemed like they kind of was, cordial and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think every president and shit like that, everybody has to be cordial to a certain degree. But it seemed like, they kind of was like, they had like a real respect for each other, you know what I'm saying? That kind of shit, you know what I mean? They respected each other's gangster for the most part, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But when it comes down to the situation with Joe Biden is somebody who, they don't respect Putin like that. His views, none of that. You know what I'm saying? When Barack Obama was in office, you could tell Putin did not like Obama for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He did not like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He had to be cordial with the fuck nigga at the end of the day. But he did not like Obama at all. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Any clip that I caught of Putin talking about Obama, he was talking pure shit about the man. You know what I'm saying? And keep it a bean pod, the nigga might have been right. You know what I'm saying? He might have been right. If I have to go back and look back at what Putin was talking about Obama back when Obama was in the nigga might have been 100% right. I'm going to keep it a bean pod with y'all, right? So, and then when it came to Hillary Clinton, the man literally said, now I remember this because I was doing videos about this shit. The man literally got up there and said back in 2016, if Hillary Clinton motherfucking wins this shit, we are going to war. I mean, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I talked about that. I talked about the videos with what's her name? With Hillary Clinton going to war, and how the Russian ships were, itching up, towards America. You know what I'm saying? As the election time was coming. So, this was kind of a real thing. Now, maybe it could have been a little propaganda from the media. You know what I'm saying? That could have been it as well. But at the end of the day, this is what came out of that man's mouth. So he knew that, okay, the way this shit is going with Barack Obama in his 8 years that he had, if Hillary Clinton get in this shit and they gonna keep trying to push this shit, man, we going to war, dog. There's no escaping this shit. We going to war. So I'm letting my people know, y'all niggas better be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the inevitable at this point. You know what I'm saying? If she gets in. Unfortunately, Donald Trump got in. Okay, so that stalled a lot of things. But now we got Obama 2.0 in Biden. You know what I'm saying? To come through, and this is how we are in this situation with with the Russians at the end of the day, with Russia, with Putin and them, and to find out that we're supporting the people that we're supporting all this money to, okay, all this bread we're giving over there to the Ukraine, and these are Nazis. We're sending Nazis, motherfucking neo-Nazis, all this bread. Okay, but if somebody say something about a Jew in America, y'all ready to motherfucking tear these niggas down and snatch everything away from them and all kind of shit. But you telling me we can support Nazis? But if a motherfucker say some shit about some shit, then all of a sudden it's, oh yeah, cancel him. It's take his channel down. It's take him off the basketball court. Take his endorsements. Take his contract. Cut his contract. You know, just breach the contract. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's all kind of shit, but this is the kind of shit we supporting though. To where the point journalists are asking the soldiers, hey man, people are taking pictures and shit of y'all, and y'all might want to like hide y'all Nazi motherfucking, your Nazi shit at the end of the day, because it's not going to be a good look for, if people like tell it like it is TV, catch on and see that shit at the end of the day, because then he's going to go on his channel and then he's going to talk about this shit. And then us as the American media, we have to figure out a way to, motherfucking blackball dude, get his channel taken down, or make sure his views don't get too high on that particular video so he's not waking up too many people at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I'm not the only motherfucker out here doing this kind of shit, doing this kind of work at the end of the day. So, that's y'all ass. Y'all already busted out here. You know what I'm saying? Zero hedge at the end of the day. Already busted y'all ass out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. The New York Times even had to get out here and admit that this kind of shit is going on. So it just lets y'all know how fucked up this country is, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that since the beginning of the time. Since the beginning of the time, when ancient Americans got finessed out of this fucking land. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. You know what I mean? It's been a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But look, man, I told y'all, man. And here it is. We're constantly sending. We just recently sent some more bread over there. Okay? So, America Joe Biden and them literally just passed a bill about anti-Semitism, right? He passed a bill about anti-Semitism, passed a bill about Asian hate crime and LGBT rights. Niggas still can't get no goddamn bill rights passed out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to, as far as somebody saying something about a Jew is the most diabolical thing since the Holocaust and since the Indians got slaughtered out here in America and got their land and got our land taken away. You know what I'm saying? It's the most egregious thing, you know what I mean? But we're gonna sign an anti-Semitism, but we're gonna fund the Nazis in the Ukraine. Make that make sense? Make that make sense? We're gonna fund these motherfuckers, but if you talk some shit about, like I said, man, this shit is just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's all a scam to me. In my personal opinion, I think these motherfuckers has been scamming. There ain't no motherfucking, the only war that's going on is the motherfucking dirtbag Ukrainian army, neo-Nazi Azov Balatane niggas out there doing disgusting work to the people out there in the Ukraine. And here's another thing, what they're doing to the Ukrainians out there, allegedly, right? Allegedly, if your ass is somebody who is a supporter of, trying to get saved, okay, trying to get food, okay, and that the Russians is giving you, allegedly, Allegedly, they are trying to do harm to these people if they find out. If they find out your ass is out here getting food or got fed from the Russians out there that's coming through, sending their troops through to give food, give water, some goddamn protection that's well needed, allegedly, because of what's going on out there, you're a traitor. You're a traitor. This is what they're doing to Lomachenko right now. I'm going to get into a video about that. But, you got motherfuckers out here calling Lomachenko a traitor. And, I did clown Lomachenko and talked about how the fact that Lomachenko ain't really in no war and this, that, and the third because of my stance and what I felt what the war was at that particular time, based on where he come from, because he comes from Ukraine, okay? Lomachenko, if y'all know, Vasily Lomachenko is a boxer, okay? He just fought not too long ago. But based on where he was at, just me being ignorant, okay, he's Ukrainian, okay, so he's fighting for the Ukrainians. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Vasily Lomachenko was actually somebody that probably was working with them Russians at the end of the day, okay? He probably was somebody, he represents the Christian Orthodox Church. This is why you heard the man in the ring after his fight with Devin Haney say he wants to give praises to his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I guarantee you a lot of them niggas that's, the Mazov, Banlatane niggas and shit like that, them niggas do not believe in no Jesus Christ at all. Know what I'm saying? They don't support no church, no none of that. Know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to get off that. So let's come down here, man. Let's come down to this real quick, man. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi could face jail time for fabricating January 6 evidence that was used by prosecutors to jail Trump supporters, okay? Look, man, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This whole thing to me is just one big show at the end of the day. It will Nancy Pelosi get locked up? Technically, she should get locked up. All the motherfuckers should get locked up. Whoever put the call out there to let people enter the building should get locked up. Anybody who was being a agent provocateur should be locked up. But at the end of the day, who are they going to get? They're going to get the average Joe who just got caught up doing some dumb shit at the end of the day and feed these niggas to the fire at the end of the day. That's what's going to happen. Nancy Pelosi should absolutely be locked up. But not only just for that, for her incitement of riots when it came down to the 2020 riots that was popping off, her running her mouth along with other politicians and shit like that was out here talking heavy and talking crazy. And that led to a lot of black businesses, okay? I want y'all to understand this. All that shit, these motherfuckers was up on there talking. Yeah, they shouldn't stop protesting. They shouldn't stop doing this. And they should be upset. And they have every right to be upset. And it's Donald Trump, and it's Donald Trump, and it's Donald Trump that was giving niggas the opportunity zones. And it was Nancy Pelosi and these fuck niggas at the end of the day that was telling y'all to protest, which led to y'all burning up your own communities, led to y'all burning up your own businesses, that's leaving y'all with no community and leaving y'all with no businesses. And now with the situation that you have with an immigration going on, right? The problem that you have in these big cities where these things happen at, okay? All that shit happened for a reason. Now you have to deal with your ass being moved out of your shit, and now the immigrants is coming through to take your shit over at the end of the day. Way to be dumb, ancient American people. Way to follow the Democratic Party. Way to follow these niggas. I mean, you did a hell of a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad your ass is starting to wake up now. I'm glad you're starting to wake up now out there, ancient American. I'm glad you're waking up now. But way to go out there. You know what I'm saying? You did a hell of a job with shooting your goddamn, you cheddar bobbed your damn self. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, that, we waking up out of these situations and shit like that. We able to see shit a little bit more clearer. Like I said, it don't take all of us. You know what I'm saying? It don't take all of us. You know what I mean? It does not take all of us. It just takes 1/4. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the niggas in goddamn America, it just take 1/4 to get this shit correct. You know what I'm saying? And that's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about some of these clown ass niggas out here because they ain't gonna do nothing but hurt the situation. They ain't gonna do nothing really when it comes down to our people trying to get shit at the end of the day, but try to grift and motherfucking make themselves be the a leader of some shit or some shit like that. Like, nobody got time for no shit like that. But they played a massive game on us, man. They really did. And Nancy Pelosi, she should be jailed off of that alone, along with AOC and everybody. BlackLivesMatter.org, okay? .org. I'm not saying the cause wasn't good, but .org, the organization as well should be locked up. You know what I'm saying? As far as the meaning of that, I definitely always would be in agreement with that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, Nancy Pelosi should absolutely have been jailed over that situation. It just kind of is what it is. So here it is. Hold on, let me come down here. See, I want to talk about some of this shit, but I can't because YouTube is real sensitive for me at least, when it comes down to talking about these kind of situations. But let's come down here real quick to The View, okay? So we're going to come down here to The View. So, as you see, Vernon Jones tweeted this, Vernon Jones, ultimate fuck nigga #1 for the Republican Party, just in case y'all think I don't be banging on these goddamn Republicans as well. I get in their ass as well, too. So, Republican fuck nigga #1, Vernon Jones, tweeted something interesting. He says, absolute chaos. Whippy called in crew to stop Tim Scott from talking as he had to battle all of the leftist hosts one by one. Okay, so let's come to this real quick because I wanted to see this real quick. I actually think I did. And fair accuse. Let me come to the site. Maybe they have the article. I think they do have the article if I'm not mistaken. All right, so let me come down here real quick.
I am actually happy that you're here. We have some things in common. You grew up in a single family household, single mother household. I grew up with both of my parents, but raised in the Bronx projects amidst a lot of poverty and violence. And you were the first black senator elected in the South since the Reconstruction. That would be about 114 years. Yet you say that your life disproves leftist lies. And my question to you is, I'm the exception, right? You're the exception. Maybe even Miss Whoopi Goldberg is the exception. Oh, she's definitely the exception. But we are not the rule. And so when it comes to racial inequality.
Now, she says she's definitely the exception. Whoever said that little deserve to get their ass slapped at the end of the day. But hold up real quick. Now, what the fuck is this? The ultimate sports betting app for the ultimate. Why y'all got ads? I'm like, come on. What the fuck is they doing, man? And please don't make me start this shit over. All right. But anyway, so yeah, so she talks about the exception. So let's get
equality. It persists in 5 core aspects of life in the U.S. Economics, education, healthcare, criminal justice, and housing. At nearly every turn, these achievements were fought, threatened, and erased, most often by white violence. You have indicated that you don't believe in systemic racism. What is your definition of systemic racism?
Let me answer the question that you've answered.
Or does it even exist in your mind?
Let me answer the question this way. One of the things I think about, and one of the reasons why I'm on the show is because of the comments that were made, frankly, on this show, that the only way for a young African-American kid to be successful in this country is to be the exception and not the rule. That is a dangerous, offensive, disgusting message.
And to a certain degree, now y'all know I don't like Tim Scott, buck dancing, cooning ass, fuck nigga Republican #2. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Tim Scott as well. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a buck dancer. I think he's a coon. I think he's a sellout. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say about Tim Scott at the end of the day is the fact that, he comes from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I won't say he comes from the trenches, trenches. But he comes from the single parent household, you know what I'm saying? So, it's things he had to struggle. He had to, keep the confidence in himself, believe in himself at the end of the day. And yes, I'm pretty sure I don't know if, he would say he experienced racism and shit like that. But, at the end of the day, whether he did it, I'm pretty sure he has encountered it at the end of the day. Or people just not liking him just because of his skin color and shit. People blocking him from his opportunities. But, he could have easily been like, man, I ain't never going to try to run and be center. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. I ain't never going to be center. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. You know what I mean? And, that's the one thing I do agree with what he said about that. Like, motherfuckers have to stop getting on TV and doing that kind of shit. Oh, you can't do this because of that. Oh, you can't do this because of that. Like, nah, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because there's too many white folks out there. They won't allow you. They won't allow you. They won't allow you. Now, yes, in some cases, yes, you're going to have some of that shit going on. Yes, but not in all cases. That should never stop you from chasing your goddamn goals or chasing your goddamn dream. You know what I'm saying? It's like Aaliyah said, and if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You know what I'm saying? Try your ass again. You know what I mean? If you, oh man, I'll never be a mayor. Man, I'll never be a dentist. Man, I'll never be a, you know what I'm saying? Well, nigga, you ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and you're looking for a way out. You're looking for a cop out. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking for a goddamn cop out and apply your goddamn self. And you never know what the fuck you can get out here and achieve. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think with ancient Americans, they, especially with shows like The View, right? Shows like The View love to cater to the, the low self-esteem kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they love to cater to that shit. So anything particular to do low frequency, let me say that, low frequency kind of shit. So anything pertaining to do with drama, gossip, shit like that, The View going to be all over it. You know what I'm saying? Because they want you in that low frequency, whatchamacallit. Tim Scott, as much as a buck dancing fuck nigga that he is, you know what I'm saying? He operates at a medium, let me say this, at a medium frequency, okay? I won't say a high frequency because this nigga be saying some dumb shit as he getting ready to say some dumb shit right now as I get ready to play this video. But I do agree with him with that, you know what I'm saying? We have to stop looking at this shit like, you know what I mean? We have to have more of, we gonna do that shit. Instead of, man, I hope, I don't know, man, them white folks, man, or man, I don't know, man, they may not let me get that position, man. They may not. Well, nigga, you ain't gonna get the position, nigga, if you don't ever try. You know what I'm saying? Of course you ain't never gonna get it if you don't never apply yourself. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. So you have to try for it. It's one thing to, because if you're gonna be sitting up here talking shit, yeah, man, it's because, it's the rule. If we got the position, it's just because an exception. It's just an exception. It's because, they the rule. Well, nigga, find a way to be the rule then. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to be the rule. At the end of the day, point blank, period. No matter what form or fashion, at the end of the day, there's always a way. So find a way to be the rule. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And then you might even become the rule. You might walk in as the exception and fucking become the rule. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, like I said, man, you just have to, continue to apply yourself with high optimism. You know what I'm saying? High optimism at the end of the day, and keep that bitch high. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Don't be feeding into the man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I ever get to Harvard, man, because Harvard, man, that's only white folks, man. Only white folks go to Harvard. Yeah, man, real talk, man. Only white, man. You tell that nigga, man, get your bitch ass out of my face with that dumb shit. I ain't trying to hear that. Anybody speaking to you on some low, telling you can't do something because of a bunch of white folks work there, or you can't become a fucking city council member because that's white folks shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you can do that shit, go do that shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And that's for anything. You know what I mean? Whether you fucking ancient American, you Latino, you Asian, you motherfucking Caucasian, that's with anything, period. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just because if that's something you want to do, go do that shit. Go do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you can say, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Tim Scott is somebody who can be from a situation that come from where he come from, and he's a sinner. He's a coon. He's a coon. Yes, he is a coon. You know what I'm saying? He's a buck dancing sellout fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he can say, nigga, I reached my goal. I became senator. I did that. He can motherfucking put his motherfucking sword in the goddamn ground and say, bitch ass niggas, I did it. Nigga, I came through, persevered. Maybe I had to do a little cooning and shit. I did a little cooning, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's let him keep going.
Message to send to our young people today that the only way to succeed is by being the exception. I will tell you that if my life is the exception, I can't imagine.
It is.
But it's not actually. It's been
114 years.
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, we've had an African American president, African American vice president. We've had 2 African Americans to be secretaries of the state.
Whoa, Tim Scott. Here's where I got to stop Tim Scott at. Now, as much as what I agree with what he was saying to Sonny, right? Much as I agree with a lot of that shit. At the end of the day, here's where he went wrong. First of all, you know what I'm saying? We actually, we have had an African American president. His name is Abraham Lincoln. But it is what it is, right? Abraham Lincoln. At the end of the day, but that fuck nigga Barack Obama is not black. I just want y'all niggas to know that, and I'm gonna keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is not black. Okay, that man is goddamn Caucasian, and he's Middle Eastern. The nigga is an Arab nigga, low key. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is not black. You know what I'm saying? And stop giving me, his brother, Malik Obama. Malik, man, I don't know that nigga Malik Obama. You don't know that nigga Malik Obama. Know what I'm saying? For all that nigga can be goddamn a CIA member acting like this nigga brother or something. Show me a picture of Barack Obama daddy. That's what I want to know. Show me a picture of Barack Obama daddy and I'll shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I will shut the fuck up. You show me a picture of Barack Obama daddy. I still ain't seen it. I've seen pictures of his mama, right? They show pictures of him with his mama and shit. I still ain't seen no picture of Barack Obama and his goddamn daddy yet. Till then, that nigga's an Arab. You know what I'm saying? He's a Caucasian and an Arab at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? and don't get me started with goddamn Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is another one that is not black. Okay? The bitch is Indian and she's Asian. All right? She's not black, but they got y'all out here coming and going, acting like these niggas is African American. They're not. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I will stop Tim Scott at. You know what I'm saying? Everything else so far, I agree with the nigga. Even though he's a buck dancing, cooning ass, sellout, hoe ass nigga at the end of the day. But, on this part, he's wrong for sure.
In my home city, the police chief is an African American who's now running for mayor. The head of the Highway Patrol for South Carolina is African American. In 1975, there was about 15% employment in the African American community. For the first time in the history of the country, it's under 5%.
40% homelessness.
And 50% of the folks in our community
make 13% of the population.
You have to ask the question. I know that I've watched you on the show that you like people to be deferential and respect.
Okay, and Sonny is one of these kind of females that once you start to motherfucking hit her with them facts, once you start, Sonny is like the modern day female nowadays, right? The modern day female, they can dish it, but once you start to get in their ass with the truth, they can't take it. They got to start over talking you, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hold up now, hold up. Look, man, I heard what you had to say now. Listen to what I got to say now. You know what I'm saying? They want to try to over talk to you, be rude. Now, this man sat up there, let this woman speak. You know what I'm saying? He let the woman speak. Now, he get to speak, and now you try to talk over this man. 40% homeless. You know what I mean? Listen, I would say this. That's a decent accomplishment at the end of the day. If in his particular state and district, unemployment amongst Asian Americans was at 15% and went down to under 5%, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? As much as a fuck nigga, coon ass nigga this nigga is, that's something you can't sneeze at. You know what I'm saying? You got to give the cooning ass nigga his credit on that. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But Sonny is like the modern day woman right now. Just want to talk over you and shit. Don't want, just talk too fucking much. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, learn to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Just learn to shut the hell up sometime. You're not about to be up here talking my ear off. You gave me something to answer to. I'm trying to answer you. You know what I'm saying? Now I just need you to shut the fuck up for at least 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my shit off and shit. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
Respectful, so I'm going to do the same thing.
True.
So here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest the fact of the matter is that progress in America is palpable. It can be measured in generations. I look back at the fact that my grandfather, born in 1921 in Sally, South Carolina, when he was on a sidewalk, a white person was coming, he had to step off and not make eye contact. That man believed then, with some doubt now, in the goodness of America, because he believed that having faith in God, faith in himself, and faith in what the future could hold for his kids would unleash opportunities in ways that you cannot imagine.
And I'm going to be honest with you, right? Now, I didn't see this whole shit. But that right there was that was some powerful shit that Tim Scott went up there. Not like I said, man. I hate to do it, man, because Tim Scott is a fuck nigga. I mean, you know, Sonny is a fuck nigga too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This bitch, man, Sonny is just unbelievable. Whoopi Goldberg is a fuck nigga too. They both, all these niggas coons and sellouts at the end of the day. But what Tim Scott said, man, that shit was powerful, bro. That was powerful. This is why they ran and called the crew to get this nigga off the show. Tim Scott body bagged Sonny in the View so bad on the show that they had to call reinforcement on the. Yo, this nigga bodied him so bad they had to call reinforcement to get this man off the show. Unbelievable. Now, what this man said was absolute powerful because the View will play the race card all the time for the most part. In some cases, they are right? Some cases, they are right. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hold them on that. You know what I mean? Because I ain't going to be no Tim Scott nigga and tell y'all, oh, yeah, systematic racism don't exist. No, nigga, this nigga cooning. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That was one of them, you know, one of them things he probably had to do to keep his position and said every now and then. So you got, look, man, you can do all the black shit you want behind the scenes, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, every now and then we're going to need you to get out here and say some cooning ass shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It is what it is. But anyway, back to this. But the fact that he brought up his father, right? And back in those times where, you know, it was real racist as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Especially like he said, his father had to walk across the street, you know what I'm saying, and have his head down when white folks was coming through, you know what I mean? And you know, what he believed in then was, you know, faith through faith, you know what I'm saying, through faith, through the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that God shit, I don't know about all that, but through the Most High, you know what I'm saying? And motherfucking in faith, you know what I'm saying? And applying himself at the end of the day, that things will unleash for him at the end of the day, no matter what kind of times they were going through, whether it was heavy segregation, you know, motherfuckers getting lynched and shit around sundown towns and all kind of crazy shit, you know, not being like, man, you know what, man, I'm going to kill myself, man, because, man, we ain't never going to get right, man. We ain't never going to get it together, man. We ain't never, you know what I'm saying? And continue to apply themselves, you know what I'm saying, and have faith in the Most High, things unlock for him, you know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, I don't know what happened with his mom and shit like that, because, you know, obviously he was raised in a single house. I don't know if his father passed or some shit like that, whatever the case may be, or did the welfare program, you know, whatever. We ain't gonna get into all that. But at the end of the day, that was powerful for him to say, because, you know, when you believe in something at the end of the day, you know what I mean, you can and really have faith, because it's one thing to believe in some shit and, you know, you just, yeah. But it's one thing when your faith is tested, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all talk this shit at the end of the day, but y'all faith, y'all lose y'all credibility every time, because every time it's time to test your faith, you give in every goddamn time. Every goddamn time. You talk all this shit, but when it's time to test your faith, your bitch ass fold every time. You a goddamn poker player and shit. You folding every goddamn time. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. But for those of us who understand and that shit for real, man, your faith get tested all the time, and you got to be willing to bite down. You got to be ready to bite down and go through it. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, and only the strong will survive. So in that case, yes, people will get weeded off, this, that, and the third, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, Yeah, man, it is what it is. But let's just keep going. That was a
head of the Highway
thing.
Patrol for South Carolina is African American, and 19 step off and not make eye contact. That man believed then, with some doubt now, in the goodness of America, because he believed that having faith in God, faith in himself, and faith in what the future could hold for his kids would unleash opportunities in ways that you cannot imagine. Every kid today can look, just change the stations and see how much progress has been made in this country. ABC, NBC, CBS, ESPN, CNN, Fox News all have African American and Hispanic hosts. So what I'm suggesting is that the yesterday's exception is today's rule. And for us to suggest
America has met its promise.
no, of course, the concept of America is that we are going to become a more perfect union. But in fact, the challenges that we face 50 years ago and 60 years ago should not be the same challenges that we face today. And here's the way that you measure that. When my mother was born, about 10% of African Americans got a high school degree, diploma. Today it's over 90%. When you look at the income success that we've had.
HBCU stat.
Well, listen, HBCU stat is a good one, because one of the reasons why I took the funding for HBCUs to the highest level in the history of the country, and then I helped make it permanent, is because I believe that education is the closest thing to magic in America. So I'm about making sure that our kids have as many opportunities to succeed as possible. It's one of the reasons why
I need an opportunity to succeed. Wait, because I have to go to break. They're begging. They're begging. We're coming.
I'm just getting started.
I know.
I believe all people can see the success that I've had.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, so it's a shame. You know you're doing bad when a coon is bodying bagging the View. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the man absolutely body bagged the goddamn whole View up here, man. It's just it's just funny as hell at the end of the day. Let me come over here, come back to my Twitter. I guess I think I'll touch on this a little later on. Yeah, I think I'll touch on this a little later on. All right, so anyway, man, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out to day ones. Shout out to new ones, man. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all. One.